And it's weird. I'm in a state now, and this next segment was the one that really, really hit it home for me. Not having any fans is making some parts of WWE so much better. Not like asterisks, oh, it's better, like, despite of the situation. I'm talking like, no, this is genuinely better than what they were doing for the last 15 years. So what we had here, Kevin Owens comes down to the ring, he calls out Seth Rollins, he says, answer my challenge for WrestleMania, and Seth comes out with a microphone, not with his faction because social distancing, and he walks around the ring while cutting a promo. And then he, gets to the top, and that's it. That's the end of the promo. But my God, the content, the delivery, the fact that there was no crowd to hijack the segment. They're not chanting what? They're not ironically chanting one more time, or probably worse, they're not reacting at all. Like, it takes the pressure off. And it just, what I always forget is that wrestlers are amazing actors with their bodies. And you kind of lose sight of the fact that a lot of them are just very talented actors in general. And Seth Rollins here put on a hell of a good performance.
This was such a great promo. Like, because Owens' promo last week, and what I loved is that this promo was all built off what Owens said last week. So Owens' promo last week was, I want to have this match in the Performance Center because this is my home turf. Like, this is where I've got the home field advantage because this is where I train. Seth Rollins didn't train here, but I did. But Rollins comes out and just kind of completely turns that on his head, being like, yeah, no, I, trained in FCW. That was a dirty warehouse. I rebuilt that system just like I'm trying to rebuild Raw. And what you've missed, Kevin, is that there is no Performance Center without me. I'm the reason why this is here because, we were in dirty warehouses before. Now we've got this because of because of the hard work that I did. You got to prosper from a better training facility. Without me, there is no Gargano. There is no Tommaso Ciampa. There's no Undisputed Era. There's no Women's Revolution without Seth Rollins. And there's no Kevin Owens either. And I thought the content of this promo was so good. And then talks about, it's like, do you know what? My Mania track record is amazing, but yours is not. Hey, you weren't important enough to even be on the card last year. You remember that? Because Owens didn't even go to the show. Owens was at home last year. I thought this was a fabulous promo that gave this, and this feud has been going for quite some time now. But it's added, like, the last couple of weeks have added some really interesting wrinkles to it. And it's one of my most anticipated matches for Mania.
Same. In one promo, Seth Rollins took this from the big schmoz fest, which is always fun, and there's a fun new faction, and the promo works all right, and the matches are always exciting because there's like 8 people in there all hitting their finishers for the last 5 minutes of the main event. But really, like, did anyone get their teeth into Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens? There were so many other factors. Big Show's in there one week. Buddy Murphy has this relationship. All good stuff, but actually when it boils down to it, there's no real great blood feud, singles feud in there. But yeah, in one segment, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, and whoever was in charge of writing this segment with them, turned it into this epic, history-spanning rivalry between Seth getting in there first. And God, I love it when we talked about AJ Styles earlier and the points he made about The Undertaker essentially being true. And I said, that's usually a good thing, but here it's not working. In Seth's case, this is perfection because he says all that stuff. And I'm like, I believe you. And you're making me think of things I've never thought of before because I always consider CM Punk and Daniel Bryan as the guys who got over in spite of WWE's booking and made WWE change their mindset for what a wrestler can be going forward. I don't think that can be argued with. I think that's quite clear. But they've never been the chosen guys. Punk and Bryan were never pushed as the top guys in the company. Seth was.
Yeah.
Seth was the guy that actually got this massive push behind him. And WWE finally decided, yes, wrestlers can look and wrestle like you, ... dive. So I just thought an absolutely tremendous segment. And I'm optimistic that this will show WWE that the way they do promos going forward, oh, come on, man, give me something. I only get 1 hour of exercise a day. Makes me optimistic that WWE will keep this approach to promos going forward.
Dude, I love your optimism. I genuinely love your optimism. It's one of my favorite things about you, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree here, lad. You think, like, once this is all sorted out, we're going back to where we were 4 weeks ago. Like, nothing's going to change.
Well, we'll see.